say hi to Percy. He came in to say hi while I'm filming. Hey everybody, welcome to the latest edition of the vlog. This is going to be number 72, I think, and I'm going to talk a bit today about some stuff, including the fact that apparently for the last 71 vlogs, I've had the wrong fit. Yeah, that's coming up later bit in the video. First, I want to go ahead and just touch briefly on League last week. I'm not going to talk a ton about it because I didn't have the camera going for the whole time, but a brief recap. Some folks have noticed both here in comments and also over on League World's Discord that I'm spending some time probably playing a little bit deep for my equipment, my rev rate, and the house shot. A lot of people have been saying, hey, move zone right, move zone right. And it's come out around a lot, so I went ahead and decided to go ahead and give it a try. And I had a pretty good look out there. Unfortunately, I really had a hard time getting the ball off my hand playing that angle. I had a hard time playing out there. I got really just frustrated. I shot poorly. I ended up turning the cameras off at the end of game one. Here's how sad and really just frustrated and beat down I was feeling. But after that, I turned the cameras off, went ahead and moved back to my normal spot, but somebody else on the Discord had mentioned the idea of playing stronger stuff in there a little bit, so I thought, what the heck, grabbed the Proton, moved in, shot over around 13 or so. I went 200. From the first shot after I grabbed it, I went 5 strikes out of 6. Shot 200. It actually felt pretty good, so I might end up basically playing with some stronger equipment on that house shot, just a little bit more inside. I don't have footage of that because the camera was turned off because I was in a very bad mood and didn't want to film myself being terrible. In game 3, the heads were shot for everybody. Nobody could get the ball to the right. I shot 167. That was the high on the pair. Even Brendan and Griffin, who were bowling and had pretty good first 2 games, shot poorly game 3. So that's just going to happen occasionally. I just sort of let it go. But yesterday, I've had 2 really important things happen. So I went down to practice, and I went down there with the goal of confirming what my current PAP is and to get in a bunch of spare practice. Well, I did that, and then a couple other additional really impactful things occurred. First of all, my PSO and coach, Will, was working that day. I checked in with him about a couple other things. Once he came out, I asked him, hey, what would you tell a new bowler if they were trying to shoot S7 pins with plastic? And basically walked through, hey, I'd probably have them stand around here, aim around here. And those are basically close to where I was already standing. And I said, okay, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm having a hard time going across my body. And he got into my stance to try a shot, and he looked at my feet and said, no. On my 7 pins, where I'm trying to shoot, basically I stand about middle, throw about over the middle, and go over towards the left side. I was standing up with my feet offset, like in my strike shot, right foot a little bit behind my left foot. He said, no, bring your right foot up, makes it even. He called it toe-to-toe. The way I was standing is my hips were opened up, which when you're trying to throw out right or throw out a 10 pin, great, no problem. Try and go across the body or straight up the lane, bad idea. So I reset, brought my hips, my feet together, felt really weird because my knees are close together, but it made my hips totally squared up with the lane. And the first shot I tried nailed the 4-7. 30 seconds, one look, and that's what a good coach can do for you folks, is if you have a really good coach in your area, get time with them because they can spot little things that you have no idea about what you're gonna be looking at. The benefit about that is also it's going to help me shooting straight up the lane, which helps for me when I'm shooting at 2 pins and 3 pins, because that's how I shoot those, basically straight up the lane. And it's also going to help me when I'm playing up and in. So playing outside, playing around 5 board, playing on the outermost zone, that was the problem I was having at League in game 1, and that I just wasn't comfortable playing out there, so my positioning and everything was just, I couldn't get it up the lane. Well, in theory, this is going to help with that a lot. The other really big thing is I went down there with the idea of confirming my PAP and then starting the process of getting a bunch of stuff re-drilled. Unfortunately, I also had the thought of like, you know what, I haven't had my fit checked in like 10 years. Basically, I got a ball drilled a long time ago, stopped bowling forever, came back to the game and said, oh, this feels okay. And basically had that fit copied over and over again from ball to ball to ball. So I haven't actually had my my grip, my thumb size, my span, everything straight up measured and fit by a pro shop in at least that long. So I went in, hey, Will, I want to go ahead and just basically do a fit check, see where I am and make sure I'm not too far off. I was a little far off. My span should be a little bit longer by about 3/16 of an inch. It doesn't sound like much, but when you look at this picture, it's quite a bit. I said, okay, I'm gonna grab a ball. I'm not really throwing my just random IQ saw, which has been drilled a few times, and said, okay, if you can quick plug this and just move the fingers out, I can see how it feels. Got that taken care of, took about an hour, put it on my hand, felt really good right away. And then did a few rolls on the carpet and it came off my hand really smoothly and felt fantastic. So I still need to actually go bowl with it. I basically have that ball ready to go. I'm gonna go some practice in sometime this week, just roll it, see how it feels, make sure it comes off my hand. And this actually might really help me a lot. The first couple times I swung the ball back, I realized I was still grabbing the ball a lot with my current existing fit, just to hold on to it. This felt free and easy going back, felt free and easy coming off my hand. And I think this is gonna be really good. I need to practice with it, need to make sure it's gonna actually work and feel good. And if it is, confirm what my new PAP is from that point, get comfy, get good, and then the arsenal gets a re-drill. Even if I'm keeping it as is, the fingers need to move a little bit. So it's gonna take a while, it's gonna be expensive, but this is really a really important thing and it's gonna help me a lot going forward. So that's gonna be a nice long process and I hope you'll stick around to take part in it. I, as always, appreciate comments that you all have, appreciate feedback you give me. I appreciate every like, comment, subscription. Feel free to click those buttons. Let me know how this is going, how it's going for you. Hope your bowling is going well and that you're learning a lot from what I get to talk about. I'll see you all in the next one. Good luck and good bowling. Purr.